morning, good evening, good afternoon. How are you guys doing today? What's going on? My name is Rex. This is your Daily Chat Season 2, Episode 41. I am oh, sorry about that. I am almost positive now we have done more shows in the Season 2 era than we did throughout all of the first half of 2016 or Season 1. So, yes, how have you guys been? What's going on, man? It is Friday, January the 20th, with 2 minutes to spare. And, of course, the biggest news of today is the fact that our Lord Emperor Vladimir Trump has now taken over the White House. I'm just kidding. I've got no dog in this fight either way. I really don't care. But, yes, Trump has actually taken over the White House, and it is... It was an interesting speech he gave this morning. It was definitely pro-America, buy American, hire American. Look, regardless of what you're feeling on your political stance, that's not a terrible tagline. It's not exactly awful. You know, he could have definitely gone a different way with it, but no. Now, I'm sure President Obama or ex-President Obama was not super thrilled with the quality of that speech. I'm sure Michelle was just livid at that speech, but it wasn't a terrible speech. I actually thought it was pretty good. That's just a me thing, though. I'm curious to know what you guys think. As always, let me see if this if our new alert's gonna work here. We'll wait for that to render out. But yeah, what did you guys think of today's inauguration? Were you guys happy with it? Sad with it? You know, always curious to know. Other than that, man, we also have some news going on in the world of tech today. AT&T has... I actually had the story pulled up yesterday, but AT&T has officially shut down the 2G network that ran the original iPhone. That's right, the iPhone 1 from over 10 years ago is officially phased out now. You can't get cell reception on it. You now own a brick. Now, I don't know anyone in my life who still owns an original iPhone, who didn't upgrade or trade off of that, you know, back at least the iPhone 3GS. But yeah, if you were still using one, well, congratulations, you officially own a brick. Good job. I hope you're proud of yourself. It was a long time coming, apparently 4 years in development. This plan has been put in place by AT&T, and they finally executed it in this January. So I don't blame them. At the same time, though, I gotta wonder, what was the cost of the 2G network? Like, really, how many people were still on it? Now, if they're going to phase it out, clearly there weren't that many people. Or even if there were, they wanted to try and get people moved over to 3G, or not even 3G, but 4G LTE and 5G, which is what they're going to start putting their focus and manpower into. Okay, let's see. Does this work? It does work, but it doesn't work. Okay, we got to get the song put in. I don't know why the song did not go through. That is rather annoying, but we will fix that. Give me a quick moment here. Let's see here. Let's put in this. Gotta really work on that. Okay. But yes, let me know what you guys think, though. How have you guys been taking this whole thing? Are you taking it in stride? Are you not taking it in stride? You know, always, man, let me know what you guys are thinking. Well, especially while I'm trying to do other techie stuff. Today was kind of a boring day, as I have been so adamantly preaching. I actually get the day off, so it's really nice for me on Fridays where I can just sleep in and do nothing non-stop. Let's see here. Principal President. Boom. Is this it? I think this is it. Log file? Yeah, WAV file. Perfect. Okay, here we go. Let's try it out. Oh, that's really loud. Let's turn that down a little bit. Perfect. Got it. Nailed it. Okay, there we go. Let that render back out, and then our new alert should be working, and we'll keep this alert for probably the next few days while we kind of get settled into our new president. And the protesters today, I will openly admit, I really expected more protesters this evening. There were a bunch protesting it, but at the same time, though, Not as many as I would have expected for something of this magnitude and this caliber. Why is the... Did I move the camera when I was, like, getting ready for the show? Hang on. I feel like I moved the camera. Tornadoed up my rig. Okay, well, you know what? I think that's going to do good. What do you guys think? I'm sorry. I don't know why this is, like, so in the way of the lens, man. But it is, like, wicked in the lens. Jeez. Oh, yeah, there we go. That's much better. Oh, God, yes. Okay. Whew. Saved. Saved, saved, saved. Why are you not rendering? Go render faster. Oh. So, what's your guys' plans for this weekend? Who's going out? Who's staying in? Big story for tech. Well, I guess not for tech, but for gaming people today. Nintendo has signaled the end of the Wii U. Nintendo has signaled that the end of the life for the Wii U game console, which was first released in 2012. Reggie Fils Ames, president of Nintendo America, told Polygon that The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild will be the company's final game for the device. We are really at the end of the life for the Wii U. The Wii U has struggled to match the success of the original Wii. It will be succeeded by the Nintendo Switch console, etc., etc. Filler. Now, no one is surprised by this fact. At least no one should be surprised by this fact. In all honesty, most of us are pretty shocked that the Wii U has been around for as long as it has. A 5-year-old console, they said, released in 2012. So a 5-year-old console. Look, that's pretty hard to try and stomach something that underpowered and meant for children. But the Switch is... I don't really know what to say about the Switch. It could go either way. But the Wii U being the end of life, look, it had no third-party support. It had... Actually, I don't know, how do we score Bayonetta 2? Do we score that as Nintendo... Because it wasn't first party. Nintendo did not create it, but Nintendo did finance it. So I guess it was like, you know, they had a few third-party things, but they had like no legitimate support on it whatsoever. Hopefully the Switch will show a massive improvement in industry connections and industry dealings. I'm hoping they do. But it's still consoles. I still have very little to no interest in them. I'm curious to know how the landscape plays out. I know consoles do, as we saw yesterday from the sales figures on VGCharts.com, the amount of sales and consoles going out is just, it's huge. 3DS sitting at like 62 million, PlayStation 4 sitting at 59 million. You know, they've pushed some units. And it's going to be nice to see how the Switch plays out, because the Wii U did nothing for sales. What did they have, like 11 million units sold? Not even a drop in the bucket compared to the over 100 million units that the original Wii put out. It was not even 10% of the total gross sales. Okay, let's see. Does this work? Perfect. Oh, that looks great. Fantastic. I'm happy it works. It does look very, very good. It looks very high-res. I'm happy with that. But what do you guys think? Come on, let's hear it. You guys in for this? Do you guys even care about the Wii U or care about the Switch? Because, look, you're going to have your Mario Karts, you'll have your Zeldas. But, yeah, oh, here we go. We even got sales figures at the bottom of this article here. The DS handheld pushed 154 million. The original Game Boy, 119. The Wii, 102. Game Boy Advanced, 82. The NES pushed 62. 3DS, as of the 2011, is 62 million. SNES pushed 49. N64 pushed 33. GameCube, 22. Wii U, 13. It sold less than the GameCube. And come on, the GameCube was a pretty bad system. I think we can all agree to that. The GameCube was an abysmal system. It was definitely powered. It definitely had some cool features to it, but I think it was more powerful than the PS2, less powerful than the Xbox. I think is where it landed in that scope. But yeah, there is that. So, I have continued pushing forward on my House of Cards binge watch marathon. I am now on day 4. Actually, as of 7 minutes ago, I'm now on day 5. I am now on season 3, starting episode 7 after the stream is done. Can't tell you how much I love this show. It is unbelievably good. I still am remiss that I took this long to even watch it. I knew about it, I heard about it. I feel like an idiot for not watching it sooner, but I can't tell you how much I'm enjoying it. And God, how hot is Robin Wright? The lady, the actress who plays Claire, the wife of the president. She, for a woman in her 50s, so unimaginably hot. I'm blown away by it. And it is like every fantasy you could ever want. And I can tell you, not a lot of women can pull off short hair, but by God, does she ever pull it off well, man. It suits her, it frames her face, frames that body just amazing. So, I want to know, what is another good show I should binge watch? As we talked about a few days ago on the show, I know I still have to watch Vikings, Saranara Chronicles, I have to watch Orange is the New Black. I'm curious to know, I need to know what other shows have I neglected that I really should be watching. Because I'm nothing if not a rabid consumer of media. And look, I love Twitch. I love watching Twitch. I love interacting on Twitch. But at the end of the day, you can only watch so many video games before you just get bored. So I still like to consume traditional media in its form. And yeah, let me know what else I should watch. Oh, still have to watch Sons of Anarchy too. I only ever saw like 2 or 3 episodes, but the fact that the lady who played Peg Bundy and Taranga Leela is in it is enough of a reason for me to have to go watch it. Absolutely, that is. Let's see here. Oh, this is really neat. Japan is testing USB charging stations in the public transport buses. As someone who's been walking around with a beat-up iPhone 5 and a battery ready to die on me at any moment, having access to more public phone charging stations is something I can absolutely get behind. It seems Japan is sympathetic to this need, and according to the Japanese news outlet IT Media, a public transport bus in Tokyo area has introduced and is currently testing USB charging stations for commuter iPhones and tablets. While the local Bureau of Transportation hasn't formally announced or confirmed the trials, numerous passengers so far have reported seeing the charging ports. The service runs oh my God, wow. The service runs free of charge with at least 5 of these wall-mounted charging hotspots placed inside the bus. That is so cool. Of course, leave it to Japan to always be pushing the forefront of consumer innovations. While America might have consumer commerce just locked up, social and consumer innovations, Japan is always leading the charge when it comes to that tech stuff. It's just so good to see. And I hope something like this will take hold in a place like America or even North America, and we can really kind of get that stuff, because I know malls, one of my malls here in town, called Market Mall, they have charging lockers where you can actually put your phone into a locker and charge it while it's in there. That's awesome. That is fantastic. I don't know why every mall doesn't have something like that. Of course, now malls are in and of themselves a dying thing by and large. Look, the mall craze of the 1970s has long passed us. We are now more in the online ship to my house and don't make me leave my chair kind of phase of humanity. But still, for the malls that are still getting good business and that are still driving customers in, fantastic ideas. And now to have them on the bus, it's great. Look, we live in a very charging-based society now. How many devices around your household can you go look at that you have to charge at least once every 2 days? At least. You have your phone, your tablet, maybe your mouse. If you've got Bluetooth headphones for the gym, you got to charge those. You have to charge, what else can you be charging? I know there's other stuff to be charging, but those are the ones right there. I already listed off 4 of them, and that's just what anyone would have in a regular household. So it's great to see them. In fact, I've had my mouse charging here for 2 days now. I should probably switch over to the wireless function of it. And by the way, I still stand by my Logitech mouse. This G900 is a fantastic product. If you ever are looking for a strong wireless mouse that can compete with a wired connection, can't recommend that mouse enough. Easily the best one on the market. Easily. By a million miles. I'm going to actually be right back. I have to take a quick leak. Yeah. Give me a quick moment, guys. I will be right back. Actually, I see something rendering out here. I'm going to wait for the render to go through, and then I'm going to go to the bathroom. In the meantime, once again, let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think this is a bigger economic kind of stranglehold to put on a budget to have to equip your public transportation with USB charging stations? Or are you all for it? Okay, here we go. And in 3, 2... Hang on. Is that... oh, hang on. Sorry. Hang on. It's coming. It's coming. Give it a moment. Give it a moment. Okay. There we go. Okay. There you go. Have some... okay, wow. Just... wow. Okay, I'll be right back, guys. Okay, I have returned. And yeah, thank you for that follow, man. Don't know where you got your name from, but thank you very much. So, getting back to... I just realized something, that the name is not in the right place. There we go. That's better. Okay. Don't know why I was behind that layer. So, what else? I am proud to announce that my caffeine withdrawal time is pretty much done. It's great. I've been sleeping an absolute butt ton, but it is nice to know that I'm not going through the withdrawal symptoms anymore. And I feel kind of bad because right before I went on my caffeine stopping event. I don't know. Words are hard this evening. I had just bought 3 Rockstar energy drinks. So if anybody wants them, by all means, just let me know. And we will get you some Rockstars. Yeah. Let's see here. Windows 7 is now dangerously insecure. I'm sure that is what you're going to tell everyone. Here, what does this guy say? Okay, this is kind of interesting. This is coming off the Twitch subreddit. Dear donators from a small streamer. Hey there, just another small streamer here who you've never heard of. To all of you who've ever donated to a small streamer, I'd like to say thank you. It's likely only a small amount that you might not really think is all that much, but to us, it's the world. I've gotten 4 donations now, all $5, but to me, it feels like 4 donations of $100. It's amazing what $5 can do for a small streamer. So if you've been on the fence about donating to a small streamer, you like or not, do it. Sure, they might quit streaming in 2 months, but you'll sure as hell improve their day. Okay, that is a interesting post. It's a very that's a very cool, unique way. Oh, Steve, why did you random flame me the other night? Curious, randomly flame me. I talk about what's on the channel. It's what was in the channel. I didn't name you or anything. I talk about what I see on my screen. It's what I do. Dude, you've been here for a very, very long time. You're probably in the, 400 follower range? Like, for when you joined my channel? You've been here for quite a while, man. You know everything is fair game. Everyone takes shots at me, I take shots at everyone else. But no, man, I'm good to see you back. So, what's been new? Let's see here. Just trying to find something worth talking about. God, I thought there was so much more going on. But yeah, there is like nothing happening today in the world. Netflix's subscriptions are now at 94 million. We already covered that. Twitter sells Fabric mobile developer platform to Google. Twitter launched Fabric in 2014 as a means to enable developers to create better mobile apps. But fast forward 3 years, the division is being sold to Google. On Wednesday, it announced that the Fabric team and technology will be joining Google's developer products group to work with the Firebase team. Financial terms were not disclosed. Okay, so at that point, then we don't care. If we don't know how much they bought it for, it's not worth talking about. Now, actually, this article is pretty neat because compression is huge. There was a guy who developed a compressions algorithm that compressed. It was it would compress a full movie. Okay, so it would be like what, 2 or 5 gigabytes into 22 megabytes or 22 megabytes or kilobytes. It compressed it wicked small, but it maintained all of the fidelity of it. Before the guy could sell it, he died. The book was lost. It's a whole thing. Okay, but he did create this algorithm. Now, that kind of really is what kicked off the compressions race for how small can we get data down without losing quality. Well, this is actually pretty neat. A square kilometer array precursor can shrink 5 terabytes of data down to 22 megabytes every second. Australia's precursor to the square kilometer array has gone from sitting on the slipway to shitting champagne bottle shards and sliding gracefully into action. The square kilometer array pathfinder, if you're thrifty with syllables, is doing the first science to project the Wallaby all-sky hydrogen survey, etc., etc., etc. Moving on. So where do they talk about the compression? Because to compress 5 terabytes of data down into 22 megabytes is insane. That's awesome to even like fathom how much data compressed that is. And to think that they're not losing the fidelity of it all is just awesome. Let's see here. So the high-speed electronics McConnell refers to called whatever. Just how much reduction happens here is staggering. It comes in at 5.2 terabytes. God, they do not give us like the good ins and outs of how this is being done. I'm sure it's down in here somewhere, but I don't feel like reading it anymore. But I actually have been following compression's race for a while now because compression is something that is so vital in the enterprise market. When you look at somebody like the size of Facebook or Google or even Amazon, when they're storing data on such a vast scale, to try and save hard drive space as much as possible is of the utmost importance, because you got to realize those drives cost a lot of money. What is it? Samsung at CES, I think, showed a 60 terabyte SSD that was going to be used for like archival storage. So the forward processing was not as fast as a regular SSD, but it was still faster than a regular HD. So it was going to be used for like archive storage. And to see those kind of things, I'm sure these companies are willing to throw all the money in the world at it just so they can get a hold of that technology. And I know that one guy who I said earlier, who died before he could sell it off. I know he was in talks for like big money, man. He was going to sell that to the military, I think. And before he died, yeah, I'm sure that deal would have been lucrative as hell. So, what else? Come on, guys. Still waiting to hear what are the plans for the weekend while we cover some articles today. We already covered that article. That headline, photograph fake news masterpieces. Yeah, that's not really worth it. What the hell? Oh. Netflix gambles and pays off in subscriptions. We already covered that. Oh, okay. This is actually pretty neat. I say that a lot, but the stuff I find is pretty neat. AI software learns to make AI software. So pretty much what this article is saying, I read it earlier, is the fact that they have started to kind of not make a self-aware piece of software, but they're getting to the point where they can get the program to write its own other programs. Look, it is really the first step into the Terminator saga. Okay, but the deep learning system that Google's had in place has been so vital in learning so many different things that honestly, this was not a matter of if they'll ever get to this point. It was just a matter of when. And it is a very exciting time for it. When you see software creating its own other software, just think about what that can lead to. Now you can actually you can come in the office on Monday, make a very rudimentary piece of software, give it to the AI. It can actually create a better version of it by the time you walk into the office tomorrow morning. It's going to accelerate so many things. And I see this being just absolutely vital in space travel. When you launch satellites out to other systems, other orbits, other clusters, whatever you call them, if the satellite can write its own software, imagine the type of efficiency it can achieve when, say, after, 10,000 years is the decay rate on plutonium. When the plutonium's starting to get half decay rates, it can actually rewrite the software to better manage the remaining plutonium isotopes that remain in the system. It's so cool. And I think I have this burning feeling inside of me, almost like a jock itch kind of feeling, that 2017 and going into 2018 is gonna be the year of artificial intelligence. We are gonna push so hard and so fast that the Google DeepMind project is going to not even resemble what it looked like leaving 2016. It will look completely different coming now into the next year. I'm very, very excited for this. Google's doing a terrible job with the Pixel. Big surprise. Look, who here is surprised that the Pixel phone's selling terribly? Come on, really? The Pixel phone is not that interesting. It's very underpowered. It doesn't have anything cool. And thanks to the craptastic job that was the Amazon Fire or Firebase or Fire, whatever the hell it was called, the phone. These type of phones now, I'm so weary about. I'm just so cringy weary whenever I see a company release a phone like this, because they're normally very underpowered and very, very overpriced for what you can get from another competitor like Samsung or HTC or LG even. So yeah, there is that. Now, there were a few articles going around the Twitch subreddit talking about viewbotting. And I thought this problem was honestly squashed way back in July of last year when I covered it in a YouTube video that they had finally patched in the server that was allowing viewbots to come through, and now they were going to be suing all the viewbot companies, and there was this whole legal thing that was being set into motion. We've heard nothing about that since July. I'm pretty sure Twitch did what Twitch normally does and gave up on it. I'm pretty positive. So I'm just gonna fix. Oh no, actually I can't fix that. Never mind. But apparently it's not totally fixed. Getting views but no chatters or followers. I've gone to consistently streaming again. When I did a couple years ago, I was mainly all GTA 5, and that's where I got a lot of my followers and whatnot. Fast forward to now, I streamed a little bit of GTA 5 when I got back into it and got a lot of views, chats, and follows, but I'm getting no followers or chatters in other games. I got near 70 viewers playing Watch Dogs 2, got maybe 5 follows, and 1 guy chat with me who followed and never saw again. I got around 30 playing Outlast with my sisters. Wow, okay. At the odd time for me to be streaming and had 5 guys talking to me but no follows, etc., etc. Okay, so this guy's just going through his stats, trying to be an arrogant little dick. I asked the question while I stream. I asked for suggestions on things. I'm getting nothing. I'm so confused. The fact that NHL has been my highest views is exciting because it is something I will play for hours and not get bored. But with no one talking, it gets awkward. Well, that is something that definitely happens. It's not uncommon. Look, it's not always viewbotting when you don't get people chatting in your channel. You can actually just have people who want to just listen or have you in the background. They kind of just want to hear someone else talking. It's like people who have a cat. If you're single Or like old women, they'll have a cat or a dog, and they don't do it because they want to have a pet. They do it because they like having another heartbeat in the house. And it's just like that. Like, I know a lot of people who listen to this show on the archive. They listen because they like to have something on in the background, something to kind of really drown out the other noises or just create noise. And if you're entertaining as a streamer, that's cool. That's great. You're doing fine. Look, really, in the end, if you're trying to get your sub button, the first thing they look at is how many people watch you. After that, they look at how many people are chatting, or and how many followers do you have. They'll take a look at all of that kind of stuff. So if you're gonna really be focused more on one thing when you're streaming, and especially if you're getting back into it like this guy did, then you want to focus more on just how many people are watching your channel. That's where all the mega data comes from. So let's see here. When you say you got 100, so going into the replies on this post, when you say you got 190 viewers on NHL 17, do you mean total viewer count went up by 190, or by the end of the stream, or that the red number of viewers was 190 at some point? I only ask this because the answer is radically different explanation as to why. 190 was the red number. 190 views and no chat seems super weird. I'm fairly new to the streaming world, but those numbers are very odd. Yeah, followers were down and lurkers are up, but just gotta carry on as usual and hope they feel like chatting at some point. See, I told you exactly what I just said. People like to have the sound in the background. Lurking is definitely a bigger thing on Twitch than people give it credit for. If you ever look at most channels, go to any channel, you'll see that they might have 100 people watching, but there's not 100 people talking. There's like 5 or 20 or 30 people talking. It's a marginal percentage versus how many people are there. In fact, let's take this and prove the point. Let's go to Twitch and prove our point right now. So let's see here. Where should we go? Who the hell is playing Uno? Gold Glove. Perfect. Gold Glove. Okay, so he has 5,500 people watching. Let's take a minute and see how long it takes for his chat channel to like blow up. So we're just gonna leave this here for now, and I'm just gonna keep talking over it while I wait for anything to actually occur. So 5,000 people so far. We've seen 5, 6, 7 unique people talking. 8. I'm sure it's gonna blow up, but I guarantee you this number here will never read 5,500. It will never read that. And that's because not everybody wants to talk. Some people just want to watch him play the game. Some people just want to listen to him talk. That is how Twitch works. So I get why this guy is worried. It is a legitimate concern at some point. But no, just because people don't want to talk in your channel doesn't mean you're getting bot rated. It just means that people just want to listen to you in the background. What other articles do we got for today? Oh, the age-old problem here on Twitch. Started streaming 3 weeks ago. Nobody watches. Any suggestions are greatly appreciated. Okay, so I started streaming about 3 weeks ago, predominantly by culling, predominantly the culling, but sometimes CSGO with friends. Recently, there's been a big culling patch, and has been gaining a lot of popularity. Whether it is a fad or will be an ongoing thing isn't the question, because it hasn't positively affected me at all. I know I'm not good at the game, but I'm not awful either. I stream 5 days a week, or for at least 4 hours plus, and I'm feeling pretty aggravated considering my efforts haven't gained anything. I've made panels, a Twitter, yada yada, but I rarely get a new viewer. Maybe a follow a day max, which of course I really appreciate. Recently I've lost 2 followers, so my grand total of 23, most of them being friends. But what really irritates me is that a friend of mine that has started streaming mere days ago, barely 2 hours at a time, 2 hours times on some days, whereas I have lengthier stream schedule and find myself getting nothing for my efforts. I'm not asking for thousands of people to come into my stream. All I want is a small community of people that can enjoy the game, oh my god. All I want is a small community of people that can enjoy our time together playing video games. I also don't understand how people who barely speak a word every few minutes get thousands of viewers, or even just more than me. I'm active, a lot of talking about the game. I'm playing, funny things happening in my life, etc., etc., blah blah. And I'm down now to 21. Does anyone have this? Doesn't have this in sub? Have any recommendations of what I should do? Well, it's it's the age-old problem. This is the age-old problem because it's now 2017, not 2009. And I've said this time and time again that you've missed the boat, and it's going to be an uphill slog from now to eternity. It's never going to get easier, just ever. It'll never get easier for anyone to do this thing. So to see posts like this on the subreddit page are a little bit irritating, because if you had just searched this topic, there is already hundreds of pre-posts for you to mull through. Your case is not exceptional. Your case is not unique. So let's see what some of the replies are for this system here. Stick with it. They'll come. Nope, not how that works. I intend to and appreciate your reply, but I find it massively infuriating when it feels like my progress isn't happening, when people I know aren't even talking or interacting surpass my followers in a matter of days. Do you have any other advice regarding constant viewers? Perhaps. Thanks. If you aren't streaming because you find it fun, you're going to have less fun. If you're comparing your growth to that of others, you're going to feel even worse. I think it was Brotato's Twitch 101 guy that said, "Pay attention to your viewers. You have, not the ones you don't." I like to think that I like to think of that one when I see no growth on my channel. I've been streaming fairly consistently for 4 years now, and even been on the front page many times to thousands of viewers. I've also made an award-winning game that helped kickstart the Twitch Plays phenomenon, but normal days for me are having 10 viewers, and I appreciate them for coming. I make them feel welcome and just stream for them. Naturally, I'm streaming because I want to find it fun and enjoy interacting with people. No, you don't. Don't lie. Don't lie. You're doing this for the money. Look, everyone here is. Don't bullshit us. Like, that's insulting to everyone who watches, okay? Look, I'm sure people like Soda Pop and stream because it's fun. And they did it back in the day when it was fun, but very few people now get into this because they find it purely fun. They were trying to make it a job. Let's call it what it is. Don't ever hide under that veil of false sincerity. It's insulting to everyone who you're telling it to. Now, I could be wrong. That could be the pessimist in me, but I'm pretty sure I'm not. I'm pretty sure I'm right on the money with this kind of statement. So, I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that was a valid comment? Do you guys think this guy has any issues? We could check out his channel, but I actually just closed it. But we could have checked out his channel and see what he was all about. Let's see here. Bot viewers bloating my channel. Hello, I recently got back into streaming and had sadly realized my stream account had been bloated to about 2.8k follows. Is there any way to remove these? Nope. Bot accounts are removed a few times a year. Twitch cleans them out every now and then. You should see the numbers slowly start dropping in chunks over time. Well, that happens. I do get those like bot followers in the middle of the night when I'm not even online. I just see like, this person has followed you. Like, okay, sure, I guess. Look, I don't know what the problem. I know the bot follower issue has been an issue. The viewer bot issue has been a bigger issue, and I'd very much like to know where Twitch is coming from on that lawsuit. The one that they launched back in July against the view botting companies. I want to know. I want updates on what is going on with that lawsuit. Because did they drop it? Did they do what Twitch normally does, where they roll out this big announcement and they get a little bit of hype and people talking about, and then like almost the next week they just drop it all together? No announcement, no talking, no nothing. They just go dark on it. I'm very curious to know, because the viewbot companies are still active. They're still live. So I don't know what's going on with that. You'd think that almost a year later, they would have kind of put an end to at least the functioning of the websites. But nope. If you look it up, man, they're still live and active. But guys, on that note, I am going to peace out for the evening. If you're watching this on YouTube, boom, hit that subscribe button, please. If you're watching this on Twitch, my microphone, my beautiful, beautiful microphone. If you're watching on YouTube or on Twitch, please hit that follow button. It's like right there. Okay, I can't do it because like the microphone bar is in the way. So if I do this, and there, if you want to do that, please do so. That helps me a lot. On that, guys, I've been Rex. This has been Daily Chat Season 2, Episode 41. Yeah, thanks so much for watching, and I will see all of you next time. Bye.